Developing now, a bombshell that could impact dozens of drunk driving cases in Colorado. The CBI admits to faulty test results in 56 cases. This follows a CBS 4 investigation.
Brian Moss breaking this story tonight in a report you will see only on CBS 4. Brian joins us live tonight in Denver. Brian?
Karen, Tom, this blood testing of suspected drunk drivers on Colorado roads and highways used to be done by the Department of Public Health. But after problems there, the CBI took over that blood testing for the State Patrol and numerous other law enforcement agencies in July of 2015. But now, after just 6 months of that blood testing, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation admits serious discrepancies with its testing. Every year, about 30,000 people are arrested in Colorado for drunk driving. Their blood is tested for alcohol content. The measurements can mean the difference between jail time or freedom.
Unless there's something really wrong with the way the testing procedures are done, there's no way to attack that blood test.
But in a statement responding to the CBS 4 investigation, the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, which has done 1,500 tests since it opened its lab last July, admitted anomalies occurred in 56 cases. CBI said in every one of those cases, when blood samples were retested, alcohol levels were higher than what their initial testing indicated.
Creates a problem with the integrity of the system.
Defense attorney David Miller.
So I think it's up to the prosecutors now to look at each case to determine whether the convictions were proper in the first place, and then at least notify the client if they're not represented, or the lawyer for the client, even though the case is closed, as to what's happening.
In other words, drivers were actually more inebriated than the CBI testing originally showed.
This is at a simple overview, way too many discrepancies.
Dr. Pat Sulik is a chemist with Rocky Mountain Instrumental Labs. In recent months, she checked 16 blood samples from DUI cases that were previously tested by CBI. Of those 16, she says 7, nearly half, had more than a 5% discrepancy. 5 of them were off by more than 10%. Sulik says those are major discrepancies.
They're not being taken off the road. The DUI law is not being enforced if the state lab is coming up with lower numbers.
In their statement, the CBI says there is no indication any defendant was inappropriately charged based on test results showing an erroneously high level of alcohol. The Colorado Bureau of Investigation is not saying what went wrong, if it was human error, a faulty machine, or something else. But they say the problem has been fixed.
Was it human error? Was it machine error? We're going to have access to all of that information.
The CBI now says it's working with the Colorado Department of Public Health to review these problems and address them. Problems the state became aware of in November, more than a month ago. The CBI says it's not certain if some drunk drivers faced lesser charges than they should have due to this faulty testing. Reporting live from Southeast Denver, Brian Moss, CBS 4 News.
Brian, thank you.